His team this morning. Such is the extent of the injuries in his squad. 6 regulars missing, including Jonathan Griffiths and Shane Cooper. But at least a chance for youngsters like Connolly, Bailey, Cosgrove and Jones. But one problem, regular fullback Phil Beavers having to be moved to the loose forward position. Such is the dearth of forwards here at Knowsley Road. But over at Hull Kingston Rovers, Roger Millward assembling a new side to challenge for honours in the 90s, I think. Experience of Gary Clark, Mike Smith and Brian Niebling, and the promise of those youngsters, Fletcher, Thompson, and of course the talent of scrum half David Bishop, now playing some of his best rugby since signing from Pontypool. Niebling. Oh, good ball from Bishop to Armstrong. That was a magnificent pass from Niebling and Bishop. It was the split in midfield that caused that. But that's a try for that big prop there, Colin Armstrong. Superb split down the middle. The pack was there. And it's Hull Kingston Rovers taking the lead. It's his 3rd try in a week. 2 tries last week, 4 points to 0 to Hull Kingston Rovers. And thoroughly deserving it, I think. And should be a comparatively easy kick for Mike Fletcher. And it is his 73rd goal of the season. 6 points to 0 then for 2nd Division Hull Kingston Rovers.
Niebling turns the ball. A pass there from Bishop to Armstrong. He doesn't believe in it yet. And now he's going for the try line. He's going to get there all the way. Power and pace took him over.
And that's the threat of this midfield duo, number 10, the Brian Niebling, the Australian prop, distributing well, and Bishop alongside him. Smith to Irvine. Oh, he's through again. He's got David Bishop with him. But a good tackle by Colin. Oh, he still gets the ball away to Irvine, and there's a 2nd try in a minute. A great try. 70 yards. And again, Bishop had a hand in that. But all credit there alongside for that final pass. Tremendous effort there, tremendous effort. No doubt about it. 2 tries in 1 minute. And it's that man in the centre of our screens there, David Bishop, who rocks Saints in midfield. And put Irvine over for that try. So, Fletcher again. 10 points to 0. Points and 12 minutes gone. What a shock for St Helens, 2nd in the 1st Division, and Hull Kingston Rovers 3rd in the 2nd Division.
Hull Kingston Rovers really tear St Helens apart there with running and passing from Thompson. A good break there, and Bishop gets the ball when you thought one of them might have dropped it there. And up comes Irvine here, going through and past the St Helens defence with what we would call consummate ease.
Bishop, a high one, a better one. Pressure again on Connolly. Oh, he's up to it, he takes it well. Very, very good take there for that youngster, but I think he's hurt. His eye was off the tackler. He ran full steam into Brian Niebling. But a magnificent kick. And I think that's a neck problem.
An exceptionally brave take here by Connolly. The ball goes high. He's racing for the ball, and Bishop's coming at the same time. What a collision there.
We will see Gary Connolly going off the field, and youngster Mark Lee coming on. Mark Lee a forward, so Phil Beavers no doubt will move to the full-back position. And he was playing so well. Oh, that's a good run. He gets the ball away. Tony King gets it beautifully to Bailey. He's got one on either side to Lachlan. That's class. That's the try that St Helens are always likely to score if they move the ball out. Paul O'Loughlin, his 9th try of the season. Long striding Great Britain centre, always on hand, good play.
I always see an excellent St Helens try, typical what we would say of St Helens. Haggerty takes all the credit here, beating men, and slips a backhand pass out. In goes Kay, another slip pass to Bailey, and Bailey's timing is perfect here. Loughlin in support, unopposed to the try line. Brilliant try by St Helens.
And a rushed, hurried kick, fielded by Lightfoot. Was in some doubt last night as to whether he was fit to play, had a lot of back trouble. And offside, Forber, Cosgrove, all caught offside. There's no doubt about it that this referee plays absolutely to the letter of the law. Very quick, very officious, and well worth a goal attempt. And it looks as if number 8, Colin Armstrong, having a go. So, Colin Armstrong, in the absence of Mike Fletcher, dismissed from the field for that trip. A regular kicker with Carlisle, left-footed, slots it over, no problem. So, 16 points to 8 now for Rovers, and despite 12 men still keeping St Helens at bay. So, Paul Loughlin now to restart. St Helens, second in Division 1 at the moment. Just Wigan got a better point-scoring average than them. 327 points for Saints. But of course, Hull Kingston Rovers, the best defence in the second division, just conceded 78 points. And certainly, the tackling in this half has really lived up to that defensive record. Just a minute to go in the half, and Rovers will definitely just want to hold on to this ball. Niebling playing a few short passes, but no, Bishop elects to put it downfield to Hunt. They seem to be kicking to Hunt all the time, don't they, Peter?
Yes, they're kicking down that St Helens left flank, whether they think Hunt is suspect or not, because he has dropped 1 or 2 balls, Hunt, Ray, so they might have tabbed that at the moment.
St Helens still not moving this ball out, still not stretching it, and offside again. Oh, and very quickly taken by Paul Groves. A good run by Groves. Good play, but nobody with him. Haggerty. Good pass to Forward again. Oh, he's a strong player, this prop. But St Helens just needing that extra support now, looking for a try, coming up to time, to half-time. Bailey looks for the gap. 40 minutes gone, but of course we had a long stoppage for the Gary Connolly injury. That's a good ball to Jones. Tony Kay. He's got talent outside him. Yes, he's over. He didn't have far to go, but he had to keep his momentum going. Good try from David Tanner. His 4th try of the season. In excellent form. And I think at last part of that St Helens crowd sense that Hull Kingston Rovers are not going to have things all their own way. Difficult ball to take, and a difficult try to take for this lad. He did well.
A try at the right moment for St Helens just before half-time, for a struggling try, but a good finish by this kid Tanner, who's very underrated. Here Kay goes in and he struggles to get past his men and chucks the ball out to Tanner, who goes down in front of the line and bounces over.
Ex-Fylde Rugby Union lad, signed a couple of seasons ago. 16 points to 12 then for Hull Kingston Rovers. A difficult kick here for Paul Loughlin, but he's a powerful kicker. No, just pulled it across the post there. So 16 points to 12 Hull Kingston Rovers. I think St Helens will be happy with that at this stage, knowing that they've only got to face 12 men for Hull Kingston Rovers in the second half. And that's where Rovers are vulnerable, isn't it, Peter? Losing that man when the ball moves out wide.
That's right. They've now got a very difficult task on their hand because St Helens have got to throw the ball about, and they're going to find overlaps, Ray.
I was only speaking to Jonathan Davis this morning about the game at Leeds with Widnes when they were a man short, and he was saying how difficult it is now to play this rugby league with 12 men.
It is at the highest competition level, and with the top teams, it's very difficult to hold teams out that got the men that can move the ball.
That surprises me. He's sent Fletcher off.
Saints
Now
keeping the ball in the back. I'm sure we'll see a long kick from holding. They'll want to keep the ball downfield.
Well, this is adventurous play. Lachlan, Jones. Saints still on the attack. There are some desperate passes here from St Helens. It's adventurous, Peter. It's entertaining, but it's dicing with death, isn't it?
It's very exciting, and I think Hull Kings are surprised. If they could get a foot to one of these balls, then certainly they've got a chance.
Penalty to St Helens. Mr Morris again. He's already done that twice, judging that somebody tried to steal the ball off Roy Haggerty. 3 minutes of injury time, and that's a bad kick. That could have set St Helens up. Well taken by Lightfoot, and well run out too. There's the hooter. A good first half, an entertaining first half. 16 points to 12 for Hull Kingston Rovers, and it was those 2 tries in a couple of minutes that halfway through that first half that did the damage. Good strong game there from number 8 to Armstrong, but I think certainly lots of tries to come in the second half. Still Rovers deserving that lead, I think. 16 points to 12 for Hull KR.
I think we might have had 1 or 2 little sound problems there. Hope it didn't spoil your enjoyment, but some cup tie will be going back live.
Right.
St Helens from the First Division 12, Hull KR from the Second Division 16. Peter Fox and Ray French are your men.
Welcome back live, as you say, Des, to Nosey Road St Helens. A cold, murky day, but as we've seen from those highlights, the dry conditions proving very, very helpful for good rugby. And this new Regal trophy worth over £5,500. That's the trophy that all the teams are striving to get their hands on over the next 6 weeks. And of course, there's a prize of £28,000 to the eventual winners. And Peter, it looks very difficult to forecast the eventual winners from this one, yeah?
Yes, St Helens must be favourites to come back and beat Hull Kingston. But I think that Roger Millward will have set his plans out carefully, Ray, for the second half, knowing he's got a depleted side. And I think the lads will start tackling very, very much more keenly and hope to keep St Helens' pen back.
And there's the vociferous Alex Murphy and his assistant coach, Frank Barrow. I'm sure he will have had plenty to say about, I think, Peter, moving this ball out wide, testing Hull KR down the flanks.
Yes, he was gesticulating before he went over to half-time to his to Holding to try and dictate some play to him, moving the ball wide and going more direct. I think he wanted him to go more direct because they've been flashing the ball across the line and not making a lot of effort. Here's one now, Ray.
Good run by this lad, Cosgrove, from the Farnworth Rovers Amateur Club in Widnes. Forber. And certainly St Helens forwards beginning to go direct now. Both of these sides, St Helens, previous winners in 87-88 against Leeds, and Hull Kingston Rovers, previous winners against local rivals Hull in 84-85. Very experienced Regal Cup fighters. But of course, we mustn't forget that Mike Fletcher is missed from the field for Hull Kingston Rovers for that trip, and only 12 men. And a penalty there against Paul Groves, interfering at the play of the ball, not allowing the... and Forber says, come on, get back. Not allowing the Hull Kingston Rovers player to play the ball. And a good kick there from David Bishop. The lad who 2 years ago would have signed for St Helens, but for adverse medical reports on a broken neck, ex-Welsh and Pontypool Rugby Union star. Brian Niebling. Bishop again. Ooh, almost an interception. A knock-on. Both sides, Pete, have been quite adventurous with the passing, haven't they?
They are, well, they're noted for it. All Kingston Rovers are noted for it, but they're all having trouble with the referee, not being able to converse with him at all, Ray. And he's giving both sides plenty of stick for talking to him.
In fact, Peter, dare I mention it, I saw your team, Featherstone, receive plenty of stick off this man for the very same thing. I mean, he's noted for it, isn't he?
He is noted for it.
So, at a silly penalty, I'm sure that the St Helens coaching staff won't be very appreciative of Roy Haggerty here. No need for this. So, second shot at goal for Colin Armstrong. Regular kicker, Mike Fletcher off the field. He's a powerful kicker, and he's an accurate kicker. And that's little more breathing space for Rovers. 18 points to 12 there for Hull Kingston Rovers. And certainly this lad Colin Armstrong now beginning to have a say in this match. He picked up that first try, picked up a couple of goals. And neither side really, Peter, can afford to give silly penalties away like that.
Well, St Helens can't, because they're behind and they've got a team that's depleted, Ray, and every time they give them a couple of points, it's going to make their job difficult, even with 12 men, to overcome the 12 men, and it'll give the incentive to the 12 men as well.
Wigan, of course, the holders of this trophy, beating Widnes by 12 points to 6 last season. Niebling. Brian Niebling again. This lad from Brisbane Broncos in Australia with the beard, taking the ball at first receiver, bringing these youngsters through. Andrew Thompson, Tony Botica. And again, a bad kick from David Bishop. He knows it. The ball in rugby league has to bounce on the full before it goes into touch. So, scrum back. St Helens head and ball. Not had many scrums in this match, just 4 so far. Well picked up there by Bishop to Alan Hunt. To Bailey. Good ball to Loughlin. Long striding Loughlin again. Oh, he lost it. I don't think anybody knocked it out of his hand. He just...
How he lost that is amazing. He just seemed to lose it in momentum of running. But it was welcome relief there to Hull Kingston Rovers.
So... Rovers, oh, good break there from the acting half-back position by this man, David Bishop again, causing problems in midfield. To Armstrong. Hull Kingston Rovers coach Roger Millward signed this number 8 from Carlisle. Chris Rudd. In the second division, Hull Kingston Rovers relegated last season, but already one of the promotion favourites in 3rd position this year. Hunt. Again, another 19-year-old lad drafted into this injury-riddled St Helens side. No Jonathan Griffiths, no Shane Cooper, no Les Quirk. Cosgrove, good ball. Haggerty staying out wide. Likes to get that one-handed pass out, Roy Haggerty. Ex-Great Britain forward. Loughlin again. Coming in midfield, that's a good ball to Forber. And a good charging run by Forber. But a good tackle by Bishop. And once again, it's back in Hull Kingston Rovers' hands to Niebling. Certainly covering well with 12 men there, Peter.
They are, and Bishop, the scrum half for Kingston Rovers, he's playing what we call a sweeper role, Ray, just behind his forwards, and he picked up this tackle here and made Loughlin lose the ball there.
Bishop again, looking to pass. He's a powerful lad. And he's lost it now to Phil Beavers. St Helens captain started light but loose forward. A good ball to Loughlin. Gets it away to Hunt. Now then, he can run this lad, this 19-year-old from Barler, from Eastmore. Only well tried. He held that final tackle off. That was some try from that youngster. He's only 19 years of age. He's still learning the game. He's from the Eastmore Amateur Rugby League Club near Wakefield. And Alex Murphy's out of the dugout. And that's, I think, what he's telling Neil Holding. Get the ball to the wing, stretch the cover, and play 13 men against 12. Superb try there from Alan Hunt.
The first chance this young Alan Hunt gets, watch what he does with this ball. Good ball from Beaver to Loughlin, who cut through the ranks of Kingston. And now Hunt's got a chase on. Can they catch him? I wouldn't like to be chasing him myself. Nearly caught there by his opposite number, Tony Sullivan, but a very good try for St Helens at the right time of the game.
And there was good covering there from Tony Sullivan.
Tony Sullivan must have come a great deal from across the far side of the field, Ray.
So, just 2 points difference between the two sides. Still there, Loughlin misses the goal. 18 points to 16 now for Hull Kingston Rovers. But surely at the moment the game swinging towards St Helens with this extra man. Both sides perhaps a little guilty of a few drop passes, a few wild passes, but it certainly makes for exciting rugby. It's entertaining. And David Bishop certainly had a good 45 minutes so far to Jones. Rovers attracting very, very good crowds, averaging 5,500 in the second division in the new £2.5 million stadium, and looking very much a Division 1 side, Peter.
Oh yes, they're good players, Ray, and they're the side that I think will definitely come back into the first division next season of all the clubs.
Mark Lee holding. Holding again, that's a good chip kick. He's been tackled off the ball. Touch judge spotted it, Mr. Mosley. No hesitation to come onto the field, and this should be a penalty, I think. Well, signifying that possibly the elbow was used. Skipper number 13 there, Mike Smith, just coming along as he can do to have a word with the referee.
Hull Kingston Rovers to do some desperate tackling, and after Holding kicks the ball over, that Botica follows through, takes him off the ball, but don't think it was too vicious, but certainly knocked him over after the ball had well gone. And it's 10 minutes in the sin bin.
And it's 10 minutes in the sin bin, so it's Hull Kingston Rovers now down to 11 men. So sensational happenings here at Knowsley Road. Tony Botica moving into the sin bin for that. A judge to have used an elbow, a late tackle on Neil Holding. And there's certainly no denying, Peter, that Mr. Morris, when he says something, he means it, doesn't he?
Well, it's on 2 incidents now. He's taken the touch judge's reference, and he sent them off on the touches and intervention, right?
So, Paul Groves. Oh, that's a good ball to Loughlin. He's striding away. He's got Hunt outside him. He's put him in. Good try again, a combination of Loughlin and Hunt, and really all St Helens had to do there was to move that ball out, push it out wide, 11 men to 13, and the score 20 points to 18 for St Helens. And Hunt did well again to get it at the corner. Good run though by this number 4, Paul Loughlin.
Excellent support play by St Helens again. And as the ball comes on, a run around here, Paul Grove received it back, sells a dummy, does beautifully to get that ball to Loughlin, and a perfect pass. And Hunt, the perfect finish.
Very strong lad, for 19 years of age, toured with the British Amateur Rugby League down in Australia last season. Still learning the game, but as we can see, 11 tries now this season, learning it very, very quickly. Lachlan, now then, that's better. It's there, straight between the posts. No problem with that one. Suddenly finds his kicking boots. 22 points to 18 now for St Helens in the lead. And substitute number 15, Paul Lyman, ex-Featherstone Rovers, and Andrew Thompson, the youngster, the ex-Colts player, number 12, climbing into the bench. I think Roger Millward realises he needs a fresh man on, doesn't he, Peter?
He certainly does, and he needs a man like Lyman, Ray, on, because Lyman can go the length of the field and score tries. He can beat men in tight situations.
Good tackle there from Colin Armstrong. But St Helens now looking confident, throwing the ball about. Paul Forber. Rovers still with just 11 men on the field. Mike Fletcher sent from the field for a tripping offence, and Tony Bottiker dismissed to the sin bin for a late tackle on Holding. 14 minutes gone in this second half. Saints in the lead. 22 points to 18. To Beavers. Lachlan, this is the danger. It's Hunt again. Good tackle. Good cover tackle there from a prop forward, Brian Niebling. Beavers. Holding, that's a hooded kick. A bad kick. There's no real need for that kick, Peter.
None at all. I think they could have held the ball, Ray, and decided from the next play the ball and put the ball deep down the field.
David Bishop. Good drive from Bishop. And I think a lot of work's got to come now from Bishop and Niebling in this pack. They can't really move the ball out wide because just the men are not there. I think this is where Hull Kingston Rovers have got to do now. They've got to come down the middle, the short passes off this man Niebling, and hope for a little half break. Mike Smith. Well, those are the sort of passes, not as bad as that one, but that I think they've got to do. And this is how St Helens have got to play. Expansive, move to the wings. .35 professional teams started out, plus the amateurs, Crossfields, Kells and West Hull in the preliminary round, and today and tomorrow's first rounds of this Regal Trophy. Ike Smith, very experienced player that got the first of his 10 Great Britain caps way back in 1979. Irvine, ex-Hunslet. And when they come down the middle and play the ball short, they look dangerous, Peter.
They do, because they've got players that can step off either foot, Ray, just go past a slack tackle, and if they get a man in support, I think Hull Kingston Rovers could score another try.
Well, a penalty there against Paul Groves. Obviously, I think, for stealing the ball. And there's no doubt about it, but Hull Kingston Rovers really have got to go for goal. Colin Armstrong taking it upon himself. But just a knock there for Jimmy Irvine. Just to the left of his eye there, as we can see. I don't think that'll trouble him. Most people seem to drink water these days, Peter. In our day, it was just a sponge over the top of your head, wasn't it?
And a cold one at that, Ray, as well, yes.
It certainly brought you round, though, didn't it? So, a kick then from Colin Armstrong. Been a good bargain buy from Carlisle. Took some time to settle in last season, but picked up 2 tries against Dewsbury last week. Trying the first half, and already a couple of goals to his credit, and there's a third. So Rovers pegging 2 points back, 22 points to 20 now. He certainly looks as if he enjoys his game, Peter, doesn't he? This lad Armstrong.
Yeah, since he's come from Carlisle, he's done very well with Kingston Rovers, and the like of at Kingston Rovers, well, because he's a good, hard-working forward, and that's what I like to see.
To Gary Clark. Chris Rudd, local lad. Kingston Rovers always had a very strong Colts network. Armstrong again. And this match really considered very much of a big test for Kingston Rovers. They've literally sailed through the opposition in the second division, but this here is stepping up a rung, and they're equal to it. Oh, good run. And still going, Brian Niebling. That's good work for a prop forward. Different conditions to life in Brisbane for this Brian Niebling, but certainly good ball work, and that's a good kick from Smith. For a scrum. Tony Bottiker, number 11, coming out of the sin bin. 10 minutes spell for that late tackle. But I don't think he can fool the touch judge. Not with a stopwatch. Another minute, I think he told him. Lee. To Jones. Bill Vivers. That's a good ball to Bailey. Haggerty, always capable of a half break. Roy Haggerty just has that extra yard of pace, and Bottiker now allowed back on the field. So back to 12 men, Kingston Rovers. 21 minutes to go in this second half. Just that 2 points difference between the sides. St Helens 22, Hull KR 20. Irvine, strong lad, took some time to settle down last season with Rovers, came from Hunslet, £20,000 buy. Niebling again. Good support here from Kingston Rovers, a good contingent of fans come away. Oh, Tony Kay, now then he can run, but a good cover tackle. And wasn't it a good job that Tony Bottiker came from that sin bin? That was a good tackle from Bottiker. Now then, St Helens to stretch the cover. Saints eager to get this ball played underway. Back to Haggerty. Shrugs off one tackle. He's got Loughlin outside him. And he's got Hunt outside him. And there's his hat-trick. 3 tries for this youngster. And his knee just delighted. 19 years of age and the confidence of a veteran. Some people might say that as a wingman, very often you just have to put the ball down, but you've got to be there, you've got to have the judgment and the anticipation.
Try with St Helens here, and Loughlin does perfectly again. But Haggerty shrugs off the tacklers here, 1-2, Loughlin through, and a brilliant pass, and Hunt a formality. And how near can he get to the post? Very near, and that's where he wanted it, to make the game almost safe for St Helens.
And a hat-trick in 13 minutes there in the second half. Another easy conversion for Paul Loughlin now, and St Helens moving away 28 points to 20, and once the ball moves out to the wing, there's the problem. And things going worse. The Kingston Rovers doctor leading off, looks Andrew Thompson. And 3 tries there in 10 minutes from this lad, Alan Hunt. What a second half he's having, and of course I think he could still add a couple more. Everything sadly going wrong for Hull Kingston Rovers. Not only lost Mike Fletcher permanently, not only lost Tony Botticker for 10 minutes, but now, sadly, Andrew Thompson gone from the field with what looks like a damaged right hand. And still 18 minutes to go. Cosgrove, good play. Oh, just couldn't hold it. But a good run by Cosgrove there from the Farnworth amateurs in Widnes. Coached by one of my old second row partners, John Forden. But Rovers not giving up this game, Peter.
No, they're not. They've a hard task on their hands now, but they've contributed greatly to this game. There's some good play, some good hard forwards, some good runners in the backs, and they never say die, they keep plugging away.
Bishop, good pass to Armstrong. One or two of the spectators thinking that was a high tackle. Smith again. Clever kick from Niebling, keeps the pressure on, keeps the pressure there in those corners. That's typical Australian play, pressure play. Mr. Morris waiting for the ball, doesn't want the two sides down until it comes. Now we'll have it. Tanner. Strong, forceful lad, this David Tanner. Was on the transfer list at £25,000. Certainly a good bargain for anybody. That's a good pass. And this is the crucial period now, isn't it, for Hull Kingston Rovers tacklers, Peter?
Yes, they've not got to be slack here. They've just got to keep pegging away and keep Hull Kingston pegged back into this half if they can, because when they get stretched with this lack of numbers, Ray, St Helens are finding the space on the outside.
So David Bishop to feed. Been a good battle there between Holding and David Bishop. Two contrasting players. Bishop possibly the stronger lad, Holding the quicker. Niebling to Armstrong. How many times have we seen that, Peter? Niebling to Armstrong. Bishop.
That's right. He's doing all the ball handling in the tight, and Armstrong's been a willing runner for him.
And Mike Smith. Good run from Mike Smith. One of the only two players, he and Gary Clark, in this Hull KR team when they last won the trophy back in 84-5. Armstrong, that's a good one. Oh, it's a bad bounce, but surely he's offside. Yes. Well, no, he's given the tackle and the handover. Given the sixth tackle and the handover. After the kick, the ball didn't touch a St Helens player. When the Hull Kingston Rovers man had it, adjudged the sixth tackle. Touch judge, Mr O'Connor on again.
Yes, I think he's going to get Armstrong here for putting the elbow in at the tackle right after the man was tackled.
So Loughlin to put to touch. Had a good game, Loughlin. Takes great centres to make wingmen. Good short ball to Forber. Just didn't take it straight enough. Was coming on the angle, but had a powerful game, this lad. And still Rovers coming in to the tackle. Haggerty. Oh, good run by Haggerty, but a good tackle by Bishop again, acting as the sweeper. Holding. Short ball again to Loughlin. Now then, he's looking for Hunt. Doesn't find him. This surely should go all along. Holding. Lee couldn't get it away. He does. To Cosgrove, to Bailey. They've got 4-1 lined up. To Beavers. Well, he turned it inside to Phil Beavers, the captain. I don't think really he was expecting it. Did a 4-1 overlap. Any of them could have scored. But another try to Beavers. 32 points to 20 now, and St Helens well in control.
And here we see a very tired Old Kingston Rovers there. Too many in the tackle, can't bring them onto the ground. Pick up in a pass, and Bailey going for the ball, but Beavers turns inside and walks over, literally walks over the line. Those are the tries that you like to score.
O'Loughlin. 4 goals already, 1 try, 12 points, and looking for his 14. And he finds them. Simple goal, 34 points to 20 now. He might well smile. I think he and this St Helens side, with all the injuries they have, they didn't relish facing Hull Kingston Rovers today, and certainly Hull Kingston Rovers have lived up to their reputation. And little Roger Millward, the great servant at Hull Kingston Rovers, great coach, putting the new substitute on, Wayne Parker, 22 years of age, and coming on for Jimmy Irvine. Irvine, of course, took a knock. You can see it, the bruise coming out to the left of his eye. Roger Millward trying to reorganise this side, trying to build the side up after some great years in the early 80s. And touch judge there, Mr Mosley, no hesitation but to put his flag up. Good decision. Just 11 minutes to go in this game. St Helens looking for points, and Rovers, I think, looking to haul themselves back in the game. Oh, that's a good run by Bishop, and that's what we said about this lad. And he's still got the confidence there to go around. He's had a fine game, this lad. St Helens turned him down 2 years ago because of the doubts over that broken neck. Hull Kingston Rovers had faith in him, and certainly this season he's repaying that faith. He's lost a stone, he's had a hernia operation in the summer, and that's the sort of try he's capable of.
Now all the players here, St Helens pack, are out of the pack, but they're offside, and Bishop sees his chance down the side of the pack, round the back of the post. Where's he going? Meant to be, yet over the try line. Oh, and take that. That's what it is. Oh, right under the sticks.
Very confident running, and the kick there successfully converted very, very quickly by Armstrong. 34-26 to St Helens. Loughlin, good kick. Oh, well taken by Hunt. But it was an imaginative kick there, I think, from Greg Austin. He had to do something to break up the play. To Forber. Cosgrove. Markley, local lad from the West Park School, was a very successful hooker as a schoolboy, played at Wembley as an under-11s. That's a good ball to Bailey. Still gets it away. And still Haggerty gets it away to Tony Kay. It's Bailey again. But a good tackle there by substitute Wayne Parker. But the pressure still on Rovers. Groves. Tanner. And the sixth tackle, the handover. The handover after the sixth tackle to the opposition. And really, I think, Peter, Paul Groves took the wrong option, didn't he? It should have come right along.
He did. He turned it back on the blind side, and there's no room to get through on that side. And when they've opened it out, St Helens looked very dangerous, particularly with Laughlin coming onto those balls and making those devastating breaks.
It's certainly neither side wanted to rest on the laurels. 15, David Lever. I think coach Alex Murphy wants to give him a run. To Vivas. Just 7 minutes to go, just 8 points difference between the two sides, 34-26 to St Helens, and Rovers, despite only having 12 men, still in with a chance here. They're trying a goal, but really set up a finale. Cosgrove. Not the biggest of forwards, but a lively lad, Peter.
He is done his work in the forward, strong running and good tackling.
Once again, St Helens losing that ball at the crucial stage. Wayne Parker coming away well with the ball. But I think whatever the result here this afternoon, I think Hull Kingston Rovers coach Roger Millward can be well pleased with his side. They've had a man down for all of this second half, and yet they played good rugby, constructive rugby. Bishop again, doesn't he like that little dummy? What a fine game he's had. And the kick for his wingman, for Tony Sullivan. It's a chase with Tanner, but Tanner has it. But good play by Hull Kingston Rovers, and once again good play from David Bishop. Jones. Haggerty. St Helens crowd roaring, still just one more try to make it very, very safe. And I think he fell awkwardly on that left leg. It's heavily strapped, that knee. Cosgrove again. Forber. Well, that could have been crossing. Good ball from Bailey. Could almost have been crossing there, Paul Laughlin, but they did well to get it out. Paul Groves. And that's a bad pass now then. We don't often see a prop forward streaking away like that, but he certainly had a fine game, Peter, number 8, Colin Armstrong.
He has. He's been in every aspect of play, right? And his goal kicking has been superb since he's been taking them from Fletcher.
And all credit to this Hull Kingston Rovers side. 12 men still battling, 8 points difference. Lightfoot. Ryan Niebling to Bishop. Still a couple of more tackles to go in this sequence. Mike Smith, Niebling again, looking for the short pass. Smith. And Mike Smith can't help but smile straight into the grateful arms of Paul Forber. Neil Holding. Hunt. That hat-trick in 10 minutes. Looking for a fourth, I think. Jones to lead, that's better. Now then, Tony Kay, 2-to-1 situation with Tony Sullivan. Oh, he's putting his head back, he's running himself. Good run from this Tony Kay, on loan from the Barrow Club. And Saints now looking to move this ball from right to left, all the way across this line. But it's been passed a little too slowly. Haggerty, that's the sort of thrust needed. To Loughlin, he's going in. And it was the thrust from Roy Haggerty that sealed it. Loughlin gratefully accepted it, his second try, but he knows he had little to do, just to be on hand. But that's what centre play is all about. So comfortable now for St Helens, 38 points to 26.
And here St Helens moved the ball, well, really pedestrian across the field. And Holding turns inside. He plays about with Wilkinson now, but Haggerty doesn't. Haggerty's had a tremendous game this afternoon, and Loughlin there on hand to finish with ease.
So Paul Loughlin looking for his 6th goal of the match. An easy kick, but he's tired. 3 minutes to go, 2 more points. St Helens hit the 40 mark, 40 points now to 26. But what an entertaining match we've had. Tries from both sides, excellent tries, good individual tries and team tries. And David Lever just getting a couple of minutes run. I think Alex Murphy just giving this lad the confidence of a big match occasion. I think Hull KR will be a little bit aggrieved with the size of this score, Peter. They put a lot of effort in, haven't they? And some good tries from them.
They have. The fail where every team fails against St Helens, not tying them down all the time and letting them score easy tries in this second half particularly. But they'll be aggrieved, I think, at the sending off offence of Fletcher, which had made all the difference when they were in the driving seat, winning the match and playing with confidence. And they've certainly played some good rugby, Ray.
It certainly took everybody surprised, didn't it?
They have. St Helens, though, I could see Murph angry at half-time that his side weren't playing it seriously. But the second half they've played really seriously, got the ball moving and been really devastating against the depleted Hull Kingston side.
Tony Sullivan, number 5 there, the son of the late, great Clive Sullivan. What a fine player he was for both Hull and Hull KR. Bishop again. And I think Paul Forber decided he's going to have a little go at Forber, and he sent Forber off, I think. He's just looking for the card, I think, for the yellow card, and it's the sin bin. 10 minutes. Paul Forber looks very innocent. He's having a chat with Paul Bishop, with David Bishop, but certainly this referee stands no messing, does he? If he sees foul play, he's off.
Well, he didn't wait for the toucher to come on then. He sent him straight off for the head-eye tackle, but a little bit late to penalise him at this stage.
And I don't think we'll see Paul Forber again. We're into injury time. 40 points to 26 for St Helens. And St Helens now picking up the 9th consecutive win this season, despite a very lengthy injury list. I'm sure coach Alex Murphy delighted with this result. He was somewhat uneasy at the prospect of facing an informed Hull Kingston Rovers. But I think we've seen that slight gulf between the two divisions in pace on the outside. That's a good run. And there is the hooter. St Helens in the draw tomorrow on Monday morning for the Regal Trophy, and thanks to this lad, a hat-trick in 10 minutes, this youngster from Eastmoor Amateur Rugby League Club, Alan Hunt. Tremendous game, good advert for the game. St Helens 40, Hull KR 26.